there'll be one song on repeat in that car at all times.
Hey, Alexa.
Whip a Tesla.
No, not you, Alexa.
How many bitches fit in that Tesla? Well, you guys are never gonna believe what happened over the last week.
Aliens arrived.
No.
I would believe that.
A ton of passwords were dumped onto haveibeenpwned.com. And honestly, it's looking a little tough lately. So for those who don't know, I Have Been Pwned is owned by a Microsoft executive director. I don't remember his name immediately off my hands, but I know his first name is Troy. He developed a website called Have I Been Pwned, where it literally grabs your email address and searches across different databases that it has to see exactly how many times your password and your email have been dumped on the internet. And I'm willing to go through it today with y'all, if y'all wouldn't mind.
I can say I was surprised that I only had one, and it was from 2017, so I know that password's like not
Long
even
gone.
Yeah, long gone.
Yeah, no, that like I change passwords so regularly, and now that I have LastPass, I don't even have to worry about it anymore. I just have like 6 memorized.
LastPass tells you, "Hey, it's time to change your password." Okay,
Okay, press the button.
But I mean, yeah. Well, my emails associated with my LastPass, I had no issues. It was my Gmails that had issues.
Not yet, dude. I have issues with my Gmails too. Like, let me show y'all what I got going on here, okay? So for those watching the stream, you won't be able to see my complete... Oh, you kind of can. It doesn't matter. I'll move that up real quick. I'll add some blurring effect post-editing. But I'll explain to you exactly what the site does. Type in your password at the very top. It gives you your data breaches and your pastes. So, biggest thing to worry about is your pastes. That means that an unencrypted version of a password is out there and they can use it. And they know it's tied to your account. So if you have any pastes, that looks way worse than having multiple data breaches. Like Puzzle has 13, I have 12. NJ had 12 too?
15.
15. There you go.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
And like, if you scroll down, it tells you where all those data breaches came from. Like, does anyone remember the Apple data breach? Oh, the Adobe data breach?
How did we get off these lists?
You don't. Once the data has been breached, it's been breached. It's out there. The only thing you can do...
Passwords.
Yeah, just change your passwords. If a password that you're using there is now out in the internet, salted or hashed, which means encrypted, then you don't really have to worry about it all that much. But if someone does figure out what that password is, then you're in trouble. Like Last.fm, Park Mobile, Tumblr, Zynga. Shit, dude. Some of these things I don't even use anymore.
Right. Dude, you got the Under Armour one too? I had that one.
Yeah. It's MyFitnessPal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like Pokemon cards. Like, oh, you have that one? I do too.
Right?
Hey, that's when Peach used to look at a lot of porn on Tumblr.
We didn't look at a lot of porn on Tumblr.
Right.
Yeah.
I was not.
I bet you anything crazy had like 4 different Tumblr accounts associated to his one account with porn.
No.
Different types of porn,
totally,
right?
No, I keep it analog, bro.
Oh, he's about to pull out his collection?
We should have...
It's really funny because
I like how you can still hear him.
And I found this from 2009.
Is that Hustlers?
No, it's a wing place.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, Wing House. See, they had chicken wings. There's a place in Dallas, I believe.
Jesus. It's like the
Yeah,
Sports
keep it
Illustrated the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Yeah, there it is.
Right. It's like collector's item now.
Jeez.
The pages aren't sticky or anything.
I hope not. So going
Tip, always clean up after yourself.
That's a pro-life tip from us millennials. No, but going back to Have I Been Pwned, the reason this is a big thing right now is in the past 2 weeks alone, there have been a total of like 3.5 or I don't remember the numbers anymore, like billions of passwords added. Where is it? 5.5 billion passwords have been added over the last week, and over the weekend, this past weekend alone, 225 million new passwords were added. So it's a big issue. It's becoming a bigger issue, and there are people who are worried about online sovereignty now, because there's this theory that China's been buying and hoarding all this information on people to where they'll be able to make a claim that's saying like, oh, hey, I own all of the internet data for Taiwan. If I own it, and I own the data of their sovereign people, does that mean they're a part of China? It's a really, really weird thought process. It kind of makes sense, but at the same time, just because you own the data of people doesn't mean that you own the sovereignty of that country.
Well, again, right? So as Americans, we believe that the citizens own the government don't own the citizens. So that should be against our core beliefs in the first place, just that thought process. And then two, this, like, are we slaves to Google then? Does Google own us? Because, I mean, we know people in the NSA, and what does he say all the time?
The NSA doesn't
Google
care
knows-
about you.
NSA doesn't give a crap about people. Google already has all it, and they can just ask Google for it. So,
Yeah. When Peach was telling me about that, I was like, "This just sounds made up." Like,
It really does.
that just sounds like slavery with extra steps. Okay, straight up.
I mean, right? It's not wrong, but it is a little concerning that a ton of passwords have been added to Have I Been Pwned, because one, that they're still being tied to accounts, and a lot of these aren't just clear cut passwords. They're encrypted passwords, meaning that someone hasn't cracked them yet. And it's not even including all of the other breaches that happened in 2020 and in 2021, which were by far the biggest years for data breaches so far in our entire history.
it makes me so concerned because everything we do is online now. We check in for the doctor, it's online. We register for school, it's online. Like you put a job application, it's online. But how secure are these websites and the information that's stored? Like, I know we should have been thinking about that before, but now I'm thinking about it extra hard.
Yeah.
It kind of just makes you want to create a new email and start all over.
I thought about that.
I'm not associated with that life anymore.
I did that at the beginning of this year. I completely I switched to an Outlook instead of a Gmail just because I didn't want to be part of the Google machine anymore.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing that. Like, I already have a lot of stuff tied to Microsoft services.
I went to the website you sent us, and I typed in my Outlook email that's tied with my LastPass. I had nothing. Nothing came up at all.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Both of my Gmails both had hits. One was 4, one was a 1. And it was just like, yeah, that's why I switched over. I pay for the premium password manager, so I don't have to worry about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started a new email, and I only transferred over what I wanted from the last email.
Do you still have the last email to use for other services as a dummy email?
Yeah, that's my spam. Like, if you're gonna sign up for, I don't know, so Etsy spams the shit out of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, sign up for Etsy. Okay, I use this one. Sign up for CPS to pay a bill. Okay, I use this one.
Sounds like a
But
good
think
system.
about it. I mean, like, do y'all have an email for your house yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
had one since we moved in together.
Cool.
It's super stupid long though. We should probably change it.
Probably the time now to start switching over to Outlook.
It is a Gmail.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think Google gives away the information. They're like, oh no, we were hacked. But they really sold it.
Like,
they did.
At what point will we start holding corporations responsible for the data that we collect over them? Like, have I been pwned in a realistic society where corporations actually take care of the data they're collecting on us? Have I been pwned shouldn't exist. They don't care about our data. The only thing they care about is their profits.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
That's why I don't trust regular corporations with data. That's why I don't provide a full blown account for what they're asking for. I just give them what they need and that's it. I don't send diagnostic data to any corporations like either Microsoft or Apple or Samsung. I haven't even signed the new terms of services for my phone yet.
Yeah, but also all in those terms of service, they say if you continue using the product, you automatically agree.
Yeah.
So, like, even if you don't sign it on your phone, but you keep using your phone, you have so many days and then you automatically agree.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie? It's on HBO and it's on Disney. It's called Ron Gone Wrong. It's
No.
about this little boy. He's in this world where they have something called little bee bots, and it's like a cell phone, but they're little personal robots, and they know everything about you. And it's basically a cell phone, but in a robot form. And he gets one that's like defective. And the big bad in this is like this Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs like hybrid, where he's like, I don't care like about the bee bots. Like, it's not about the bee bots. It's about the ads that we push to these bee bots. And I'm like, this isn't even like a far reach. Like, this is Facebook.
Yeah.
Like in real time. It's a really cute movie though. You guys should watch it. I think you would like it.
I mean, our data privacy and internet privacy is a serious conversation, but our current government can't handle the conversation. I mean, you walk up to our parents or our grandparents, which are the age of our average representative or senator, and you try to talk about this stuff and they'll have no idea. I mean, just think about it. Our current president's what, 82, 81?
I thought he was in the 70s. Which honestly,
Okay, let's say 80, right? So, but do you really think he understands blockchain or crypto or,
nah.
He probably doesn't even use Google. He probably uses Ask Jeeves still.
He doesn't use Ask Jeeves. He dials 411.
Yeah, right? Oh, movie phone. He calls movie phone. Have you ever, any of y'all ever used movie phone?
Is that for movie times?
Yeah, so it was a phone number you used to be able to call, and then it would like give descriptions of the movies.
Oh, I remember that from when I was like young.
Yeah, like you could call it and say, "Now playing Blade Trinity. Blade is a vampire doing this, blah blah blah," and then it would just like go on and on.
I never used it.
I think my sister used to use it, but we also, when I was like really young, we used to look at the newspaper to see what times were movies, and we would go at them all. Also,
Yeah,
Biden is 79 years old.
79. Yeah, so it's such an important topic, and a lot of people get scared off because most people don't understand it. So right now they're automatically like, we need to repeal Section 230, which I think that's a good start point. And looking at how things are progressing, yeah, let's remove some protections from these people and let's let customers start suing over their data being stolen or used. Something. Let's just start somewhere.
I totally agree.
With all this technology too, like it has to be tough to keep up with like what is out there. It just in general, like we have so many different devices. Like in front of me, I have my phone, I have my iPad, I have an Echo Dot. Like there's like so much in front of you, like all the time, and that's just physical things. But like things that are actually in the internet that you access all the time, it's infinite, honestly.
And I mean, you think about it. Moving forward, do you think that our kids are gonna actually be using the internet as we know it? Do you think their internet's going to be going through Google services? I don't think so.
I hope not. Oh, hell no. I don't trust any website that allows you to log in using your Facebook account or your Google account. Like, I don't trust it. That's just...
What about Google Classroom? We don't use it very often, and we're more likely to be on Seesaw, but we do have the Google Classroom services available.
You know, my kiddo has the Google Classroom services. At least Google's being held to a higher standard with those, because it's really dangerous once you get into the kid territory. Like our kiddo, he has a Nintendo account. I had to pay Nintendo just to be able to create one in the United States, and under the agreement for that, they agreed to not grab and share any information that they collect on him because it's illegal in the United States. The Child Protection Act or something like that. Child Online Protection Act. I don't remember the actual name of the act. Any payment information is not to be saved to his account. So each time I go to pay for a game on his account as a digital download, we have to put in our credit card number or log into our PayPal account. And then it gets fucking wild from there, because they'll collect and give you exactly how often they're playing a game and what their favorite game is for the month. But other than that, that's it. They don't collect anything else. And with Google, I mean, it's even stricter, because they're a part of these large multi-school infrastructures. And I mean, the Child Protection Act, they're not allowed to collect any information. Just even
know of.
Yeah. Well, if they collect and share any of that information, it is illegal. It's a couple $1,000 fine.
What do you... Google and Facebook would never break the law and illegally sell data.
Yeah, Facebook,
what are you talking about?
Facebook, maybe Google. I'm not too sure of, but I mean it's there. That's enough out of you, Google.
The moment Google got rid of their motto, "Do no evil," they became an evil corporation.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that wraps up another great episode, and don't forget to join our amazing and supportive community on Discord.
In our Discord, you can find game nights, watch parties, food picks, Dungeons and Dragons, and more. What's not to love about that? We have a little something for everyone. Head over to our website, officialmillennials.com, and you'll find more info, especially our featured gamer of the week.
Speaking of something for everyone, we have a book club. We read a book almost every month and talk through it together. We also have a special perk for our subs to discuss other books in a series called Chapter 2.
Don't forget to swing by YouTube and drop us a follow at Official Millennials. You can also find us on Twitter at MillsOfficial. We appreciate all the support, and y'all have a good one.
This is an Official Millennials production.